we are back. We're talking about my rapid weight loss. I lost 64 pounds in the last 3 months. Okay, January 25th to April 25th. Exactly 3 months, and I lost 64 pounds. And still losing, still working on it. This will go on until I get down to what I feel comfortable with. I still got ways to go. I still got fat here and there, you know, but this huge belly has gone. My legs have gotten a lot thinner, okay? This is one of the things I got to notice in back last year. I went to the doctor for just a regular annual checkup and everything. And he's, man, you need to lose some weight. And I'm like, yeah, he comes in one ear and out the other. I mean, it's just always, doctors are, I don't care if you're skin and bone, they're still going to tell you, oh, you need to lose some weight. They got to tell you something, you know. So I just, you know, you go to the dentist, brush your teeth 400 times a day, you know. So, I mean, it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. You don't think about it. But I knew I was overweight, and I knew I needed to do something about it, but what? So, like I said, on New Year's Eve, I come across this thing called intermittent fasting. I started doing a little bit of research on it, and I thought, well, let's try it. So I tried it for about 2.5, 3 days, and it's true. You get fast the first day. If you ate normal on the previous day, okay? So today's the day you're going to start intermittent fasting, okay? Intermittent fasting means you're going to fast for a little time and you're going to eat for a little time. Now, what those times are, that's your choice, okay? Some people do 16 hours and then eat for 3 or 4 hours, okay? Not 3 or 4 hours, but during a certain window, 3 or 4 hour window. And then they fast for 16 hours again. Some people fast for 2 or 3 days and then eat for a day. Okay, that's what I was doing. I was doing fasting 2 days and eating on the third day. And I was eating normal. Then I got to where I was fasting for 2, maybe 3 days, something like that, and then doing an OMAD, 1 meal a day on the eating day. I wouldn't eat all day long. I'd just eat 1 meal at the end of that day. So basically, you're almost getting like, if you're fasting for 2 days and eating 1 meal a day, you're almost getting 3 meals and you're eating that little bit there. Okay, so that's what I kind of was doing, and it works. The way the fasting works, and everybody knows when you eat, it takes your body a certain amount of time to go through your system and break it all down and come out the other end. So it takes about 8 hours to do that, roughly, give or take, but it takes roughly about 8 hours. And to test that, all you got to do is eat some corn. Do I need to go any further? Eat some corn and see how long it takes to come back out. That's about how long it takes to go through your digestive system. Once it goes through that digestive system, it gets rid of what it doesn't need as waste, and what it took out in nutrients and calories and all that, what your intestines absorbed into your body were the calories, and it turns those calories into glucose, okay, which is sugar, okay. When you eat, everything you eat gets turned to sugar because that's what your cells need to eat. They need sugar. They need glucose, okay? So your body turns everything, no matter what it is, it turns it into sugar of some type, okay? The easiest thing to turn into sugar is, of course, sugar, okay? You drink a soda or sweet tea or, you know, some kind of sweet drink. Instant energy. The energy, that's where these energy drinks are so popular. You drink them and boom, immediately you got energy and you feel whoo, but then a few hours later you crash, okay? I never got into it. I don't like the taste of them for one. But to me it was sodas and sweet tea. I like sweet tea and all that. And I got to where I wasn't drinking quite so many sodas in the last few years, but I used to drink a lot of them. I used to be hooked on them. I'd drink, you know, a 2 liter a day kind of thing, you know. And anyway, so you drink or you eat sugar, and your body can convert that to sugar real easy, okay? When you eat carbs are the second easiest thing to break down into sugar. Then you have your proteins and your fats. Your proteins are the third. I'm not sure on this. I mean, like I said, I'm not a doctor, so don't, you know, I'm just telling you what I've learned, okay? I got to put that little disclaimer in here, I suppose. I'm not a doctor, so don't don't take this 100% gospel. I'm just telling you what worked, what I went through, and what's worked, and what I've learned. Okay, you want to verify all this with either your doctor or go and, you know, watch some videos and understand it better, okay? But anyway, what I'm talking about is your food. Whatever you eat comes in your body and it gets converted into glucose. Glucose powers your cells, and that's what you burn as energy. And if you eat too much of it, it stores it away. Well, like I said, sugar's the easiest, carbs are second, proteins are third, and fats are the hardest to break down into sugar. So a lot of times, your body needs this much food to live on. It breaks down the sugars and the carbs first, and then the proteins and the fats usually get stored away as fat. Okay, they never even really get broke down. Your body just takes it and sticks it over in a fat cell. Hey, the fat cells are full. Let's build another fat cell, and you pack it full of fat, and that's why you get bigger and bigger and fatter. You get, you know. So with these fat cells, they just sit there. That's a storage place, you know, for your body for a rainy day. And most people never use it. It just sits there and sits there and sits there. And that's why you keep getting fatter and fatter, because you've got more food to eat the next meal, the next day, whatever. You've constantly putting more food in you, and the body never gets a chance to burn the fat. So you get bigger and heavier and fatter. So what intermittent fasting is, you shut down that process. You quit putting food in your mouth, and your body goes, hey, I'm hungry. That's what the hunger pains. And then I've never figured, is it hunger pain, P-A-I-N, or is it P-A-N-G-S, pangs? I don't, anyway, whatever it is, hunger pain or hunger pangs, I don't know. But anyway, that's what it is when you get hungry and you go, and your stomach grumbles and you're like, I want something to eat. Okay, it's your body saying, hey, we want some more of that easy food to break down. We want some more of that sugar and some of them carbs, okay? Well, we got all this fat sitting here, but your body's too lazy to burn it, okay? Feed us, feed me, Seymour, okay? And you go, hey, okay, I'm gonna eat, and you eat sugar and carbs to satisfy that hunger, okay? Your body uses that up, and it never burns that fat off. So, when you eat 8 hours to go through your system, what gets pulled out takes about 8 hours to burn up. And that's when about in 16 hours, 16, 18 hours, somewhere along in there, your body is out of fuel, okay? There's no more fuel in the fuel tank. Okay, and your body's going, we want something to eat, okay? If you ignore that, that's that spike, that hunger spike, okay? Usually around the time you would normally eat, at lunch or, you know, early afternoon, something like that, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then usually around 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, your hunger spikes again a little bit, okay? If you get past the first day, the lunchtime and the supper time, you get past those two spikes, you're good. And then the next day, those spikes are even smaller. And then the third day, there is no spike. You're not hungry at all. On the fifth day, you don't even think about food. It's the last thing on your mind, okay? You have to force yourself to go eat. You know, I've been at 5 days on a fast. I need to eat. On the 6th day, I need to eat. What do I want? You're not hungry for anything. But as soon as you bite that, whatever it is, let's say a cheeseburger. As soon as you bite that cheeseburger, your body goes, hey, there's food again. So it quits burning the fat. It's been burning over the last, several days. It quits burning that fat and goes for the easy stuff. Your body's just like you. It's going to do the path of least resistance, the easiest choice. It's going to pick the low-hanging fruit first. Here's sugar and carbs coming in. We got to break this fat down. It takes energy to do it, and it's hard to do. And we got this free, easy energy coming in. Well, forget about the fat. Let's eat the easy stuff. So that's what your body does when you eat. And once you eat, your body goes, hey, and it starts going after the easy stuff. It ignores that, and it takes 18 hours to get back to where your body goes, we need some food. Let's go back here into the storage cupboard and get some more fat and whatnot. So that's where you're fasting, this 16 or 18 hours right along. Everybody's different, but it's somewhere around that 16, 18 hour area. Is when that's when your body switches over from eating food that's in your stomach to eating food that's in your fat storage. Okay? Once it switches over to that fat storage burning, that's when you start losing weight. Okay? But you got to wait those 16 hours. So if you sit there and think, hey, I'm going to fast for 12 hours, it ain't working. It ain't going to do it. If you don't eat for 12 hours, your body is still living off the food that you ate the previous day. Okay? It's not going into the fat reserves. It's not going into the what they call autophagy, eating oneself. Okay, wow, we're getting eating oneself. Autophagy, A-U-T-O-P-H-A-G-Y, autophagy. Okay, there's some Asian science. I think he's Japanese. I'm not sure on that, but anyway, some Asian scientist won the Nobel Prize back in 2016 for figuring this out. Okay, and basically it figures out your body actually eats itself. What? Well, yeah, your body gets replaced about every. This is what I've heard. I don't know this for sure. I think I'm somewhat close on this. I'm going to be off a little bit, but basically your whole body gets replaced every 7 years. What? What are you talking about, Stan? At a cellular level. At a cellular level, your body goes through and says, okay, that's an old cell. We need to get rid of it. It takes that cell and it goes through your system, out your digestive system and out the waste. And your body builds a new kidney cell or whatever cell that took. A kidney cell, a heart cell, a brain cell, a bone cell, whatever. Your eyes and your mucous membranes, or your mouth, your tongue, your eyes and all that kind of stuff, that is the fastest healing and fastest reproducing. I don't know what the time limit is on that, but your eyes are reproduced like once a year. Okay, a completely new set of eyes every year. Wow. Things that are hard like bone and teeth and everything take much longer, 7, 8, 10 years, whatever. But basically your whole body at a cellular level gets replaced. This is what I've learned. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. This is what I've heard. But if that's the case, every time your body goes, there's a heart cell over here and it's old, we need to replace it. It takes that heart cell and throws it away and builds a new one and sticks it in there. Okay, your body doesn't work so efficiently when you got all this food coming in, and it doesn't really need to. So what autophagy does, from what I gather, from what I understand of it, is it does a lot more of this picking that cell out and throwing it away. And from what I understand, they learned a lot of this from cancer research. Okay, well, I'm getting way off here. I don't understand, I don't quite understand this, Stan. Well, I don't either. So do some more research for yourself. But apparently, when they were doing cancer research, they found out that people that they come in, they get a health scare. They're, oh no, I better start taking care of myself. And they take care, they start losing weight and all this other stuff. And when they come back for their checkup and they had a cancer or like a tumor, say a brain tumor or something like that, and they come back and that tumor would be smaller. They haven't done any treatment yet, but the tumor is slightly smaller. And they couldn't figure out, what's going on? What did you do? I don't know, I just went on a diet, Oh. So they went on this diet, and it's an extreme diet. Hey, I'm overweight. I need to take care of myself. They have a health scare, okay? And so the scientists and the doctors scratch their head and go, let's put some people on this fasting stuff. So they put them on fasting and found out all this, your body is going to replace its cells, okay? Now, when you go into this starvation, I don't like to call it starvation, but if you go into this fasting state and your body is eating those fat cells and everything, every cell in your body is up for grabs, okay? So your body is going to replace these cells, fat cells. They're going to use the fat. They're going to chew up and eat away the fat cells. They're going to get rid of all this, what do you call it? They're going to find these old cells that don't need anymore, and they're going to chew it up and eat it. Your body's going to eat those cells and use that energy to sustain the other cells, okay? I was trying to explain this to somebody one day. I says, if you have your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, and you say, honey, you need to get rid of 100, you've got 100 pairs of shoes, and you need to get rid of half of them. And you put your foot down. You need to get rid of these shoes. Which shoes is she going to get rid of? The brand new, expensive ones that she really needs? Or is she going to get rid of the old worn out flip-flops and tennis shoes? She's going to get rid of the junky ones, the old crappy ones, right? So your body's the same way. Your body is not stupid, okay? It's going to get rid of the crappy cells that it doesn't really need anymore, the wore out cells. So it's going to go through your body, it's going to grab that fat, but it's also going, hey, that fat doesn't have enough of this particular enzyme or mineral or whatever. But hey, over there in his kidney, that cell's got what we need. So it goes over and it grabs that cell a little early and says, you know, hey, we need to use this. And next time you eat, it replaces that cell with a new cell. So what did it do? It ate an old cell. It's going to eat an old junky cell. Maybe a tumor cell or a cancer cell. I don't know this for sure, but I think that's why I understand it from what I've gathered. So it's called autophagy, and your body's going to pick apart all the bad cells it doesn't need anymore to get the energy it needs, and it's also going to eat the fat cells that it doesn't need anymore just to get the energy that it does need right now. So that's autophagy, eating thyself or eating oneself. So you can do a lot more studying up on that. I think I gave you the, what do you call it, the layman's explanation of that, the old redneck explanation. So I might be way off on that. Put it in the comments. I don't know. But anyway, that's why I understand it. So when you go into this fasting, your body goes into this autophagy and it eats away the old cells it doesn't need. And where are we at here? So that's intermittent fasting. The autophagy also, you see some of these people that are really, really obese. I was big and considered obese, but you know, I'm talking these 500, 600 pound people, really, really monstrously big. You get those kind of people and then they lose a lot of weight. You're 500 pounds and you lose 280 pounds to get down to 220. All right. The wrinkly skin, the flabby skin, you know what I'm talking about? People are concerned about this, and there's some videos about this. They're talking about, well, what happens on this intermittent fasting? You lose weight too fast and your skin gets flabby and everything. It all goes back into the type of weight loss you use. See if I could touch on this real quick. Ken Berry really explains this good in some of his videos, so I really suggest you go over and check his channel out. He's more into keto than he is into fasting, but anyway, the thing about your intermittent fasting and eating the flabby skin, because your body is going out in autophagy and it's picking out all these cells that it doesn't need anymore. It goes around and goes, you know, we don't need all this skin anymore. So it goes and picks some of the skin cells away. Now it doesn't do it overnight, of course, but over time, over a year, over 2 years. Okay, I have lost weight fairly fast, and I've noticed I've got the turkey neck now, right here. That was kind of full, now it's thinned out, and I can sit there just like this, and I can just barely see it jig. It's not bad, but I've noticed it. For the first time in my life, I got a little bit of the turkey neck. My boobs, right here, there's a sagginess to them, okay? They were bigger and fatter. I've lost some fat there, and now they're flabby or drooping, okay? A little bit.
Oh, Lord.
The biggest place I was really concerned about this was my belly. My belly had gotten so big, I figured if I lose all this weight, then I'm going to have this big old flap of skin hanging over my belt. It's gone. It's going away. It's one of the first places. I've lost most of my weight in my belly and my legs. And that's where I wanted to lose it. Okay? I've still got fat here, and I still got fat here. I still got fat in here. So, but I am losing it. Okay? And I still got, I don't know, 20 or 30 pounds to go. You know, it just depends on how far I want to go with this. But how do I feel? I feel great. They talk about going through this fasting, how it gives you clarity of mind, and you can, you know, like you're studying. Let's say you're doing some cramming for an exam. You can focus on things. Okay. I haven't noticed that. Of course, I don't know. I'm not that focused, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really noticed any of that. I'm just as absent-minded as ever. You know, what's that word I'm trying to think of? I'm same as that, and nothing's changed there. But I do feel better. I can bend over and put my shoes on. I can cross my legs again. I used to have a hard time. This is where I was back in December. I got to noticing my toes were getting fat. Okay, my legs on my shins, and you know where I never had fat before. Here's the skin, and there's the shin bone right underneath it, and it's hard. And right under here's some muscle, and it's hard, you know, firm. I got to notice I was getting about a 1/4 inch of softness. I'd pull my socks off, you know, at the end of the day, I'd pull my socks off and there would be an imprint of my sock on my skin. I never had that before, okay? And unless I was wearing, like in football, you wear too tight of socks, you know, around your legs. You get that. But just your regular day-to-day, you know, tube socks or whatever that I wear, I've never had that before. And now all of a sudden I'm getting this imprint. And once I took the socks off, I could feel the skin, and it would be, there would be a, instead of being firm like this, it was soft like this. There was a cushion of fat. So I think the very first bit of weight that you lose is a lot of water weight, because it's easy. Like I'm looking on my chart here on my calendar, I lost 24 pounds, but then I easily gained back, was 7 pounds. I mean, just like that, in a few days I gained 7 pounds back. That was water weight gain back, okay? That's another thing on this intermittent fasting. Drink a lot of water, okay? And there's other things you can do. There's apple cider vinegar. I don't like it. I bought some. It's so hard to drink. It's not anything I'm interested in doing. I'm just fine doing the fasting. I do the fasting for a couple days, then eat one meal a day on the third day, and then intermittent fasting again. And then when I come home, and I'm home for a week or something like that, you think, boy, I'd plump right back up. I try to do one meal a day all the time. And I eat normal. I'll eat steak and potatoes and, you know, and meatloaf and just any, you know, the same kind of food I always ate before. But I don't eat as much of it. That's the key. And like I said, sugar, get rid of the sugar. You can't use sweet and low. You can't use anything that gives your body the idea, hey, sugar's on its way. Because this is just real quick, and then this video will be done. When you drink sugar, your body expects, hey, look at all these calories that are easy to break down. It's coming. It's on its way. Okay? Think of your body kind of like a dog getting ready to fetch. Okay? This is wrong. Okay, you got a ball and you just throw it, and the dog chases after the ball. Okay? It immediately goes into action. Okay, that's the sugar. You drink sugar and your body immediately goes into action, breaking it down, turning it into glucose to power your body. Sweet and low is when you get ready to throw the ball and you don't. You fake it. And the dog, it's anticipating. I'm not going to run after it until you throw it. And it's anticipating. Sweet and low tricks your body into thinking, hey, sugar's on the way. Sugar's on the way. Let's don't break any of that fat down because sugar's on the way. Okay, that's, I think, is way how that works. Your body is tricked into thinking that sugar's on the way, so it doesn't bother to go and break down fat. It thinks, hey, we wait just a little bit longer and we'll get our reward. Okay, so that's what I understand about your artificial sweeteners. So no sugar. Coffee, black tea, you know, unsweetened tea, green tea, unsweetened. Okay, one more thing. The green tea, I'm thinking, hey, in one of the videos, somebody mentioned green tea and ginger. They both work together to help your body break that fat down. The acids in it or something somehow help your body. I think that's what's in the apple cider vinegar. It's an assistant to help your body chomp away at those fat cells. So I'm down at the store and I come across those gallon jugs of Arizona green tea and ginger. Everything I want. So I bought a jug of it, right? Thinking, hey, let's try this. I've drank green tea before, and it's an acquired taste. You like it, you don't like it. You get used to it. Okay. So I go and drink this stuff, and it's sweet. Whoa. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. It must be the ginger in it that makes it sweet. Anyway, I drank the thing, and I noticed I quit losing weight, and I couldn't figure out why. And I kind of maintained. I didn't gain weight, didn't lose weight. You know, I'm not eating for 4 days, and I haven't lost but maybe 2 pounds. Why? It's because, turn the thing around, look on the back, the ingredients: green tea, ginger, and a little bit of honey. Honey is sugar. It basically brought my fasting to a screeching halt because it had that little bit of honey, a little bit of sugar in it, and your body goes, wait a minute, there's sugar! And it Forget about the fat. Let's eat the sugar. So I quit buying the product. Green tea and ginger is great, but the Arizona iced tea, if you look on the ingredients, it says there's honey in it also, and that's what gives it the sweetness. Okay, it's natural sugar. It's not corn syrup. You know, it's not that artificial, or you know, what do they call that stuff? The sugar. High fructose corn syrup. It's not that. It's not that kind of sugar. It's natural honey. So you'd think that'd be healthy, but it's still sugar in your body. The intermittent fasting comes to a screeching halt because it's got sugar coming in. Every little bit, but it's still sugar coming in. You got to be vigilant on this. Okay. So anyway, try it. Try it and try it. You'll like it. Anyway, that's enough for this video. I've gone way too long. I'll make some more videos about it. Put in the comments what you think. Ask questions and I'll try to answer those. Let's see. Yeah, I got everything listed here. I got all that covered. So leave comments and ask me different questions and everything. And I'll be talking a lot more about this. I'm not as a doctor or anything, just personal, what I've experienced on myself. So with that, I'm going to get to work. So see you later. Ciao.